Hey guys, this is Steven with Foxtrot Family Law, where we help committed parents and caring relatives be effective in child custody cases. Every now and then we like to hop on Avvo, that's AVVO, and answer some legal questions in the world of child custody and post a video about it. So let's hop over to Avvo, which is like Facebook for lawyers. Let's see what sort of questions are out there. Remembering, of course, that all of this is general information and not specific legal advice for any particular individual or family's circumstances. That said, let's see what's going on over at Avvo and see if we can't dig into something helpful. First, we're looking at a question. Is there, and these are from Alabama. I'm not going to get any more specific than that. These are questions from Alabama, and I am only licensed to practice law in Alabama, so any of this general information, to the extent it applies at all, generally, it applies in Alabama. I can't speak to Kansas or New York, or certainly not California. So this question, is there anyone I could talk to or any way I could get myself out of DHR/CPS so I can pursue my life? This is a 17-year-old. Okay, so I'm 17 in the state of Alabama, but involved with DHR due to something that happened with my mom. First, sorry to hear that. But yeah, we understand and we see that a lot. You're not alone. I currently have 2 jobs and one requires third shift on weekends. I'm about to be 18 in April and I graduate high school in May and wanted to go off to college. What can I do to get myself uninvolved with the DHR/CPS safety plan I am currently on? Okay, so a couple different specific questions here that you've asked. The main one in the title is there anyone I could talk to? The answer is yes, absolutely. This system is built for you, the child. Even though you're 17, 18, I know you probably don't like the word child being tossed around, but legally speaking, you are till the age of 19. And the juvenile court will maintain jurisdiction until you're 19 to the extent the court wants to do so. But yes, is there anyone I could talk to? So first, your social worker. You should be able to identify, especially at your age, what DHR social worker is your ongoing worker. Hopefully you're through the investigative stage by this point, but your social worker is someone you can reach out to. If there's an active juvenile court case, you will be appointed a guardian ad litem. And that is for practical purposes, that's your lawyer. Now, it's a little bit different, a guardian ad litem, than a lawyer that represents an adult or that represents DHR because they're bound by the decisions of the client. Your guardian ad litem is not bound by your decisions if that guardian ad litem doesn't think a certain course of action is in your best interest. But that might be the first point of contact for you. And they would maybe even have a different perspective legally than your DHR social worker because a guardian ad litem is a licensed attorney. And this is good, and I like this, and this is what we do at Foxtrot. The third individual you can go to is the judge. If there is an active case and there is anything going on that you don't like, you need to bring it to the judge's attention. Now, it might be best to do so through the guardian ad litem, but if all else fails, write a letter to the clerk's office, Google it, figure out the address. I think in where you're located, it shouldn't be too hard to find. Write a letter to the juvenile clerk's office, put the case number up at the top and say, hey, I want to talk to the judge about A, B, and C. Believe me, nobody gets a hearing faster than a child of a certain age, of a mature age, requesting an audience with the judge to address some issues. I think this would go over pretty well as far as you having an opportunity to be heard. That is not to say the judge is going to do anything you want, but you'll have that opportunity. So that's your first question. Anyone I could talk to. Social worker, guardian ad litem, judge, your mom, your dad, their attorneys, plenty of folks you can talk to. um, about this issue. As far as your other questions, what can I do to get myself uninvolved with DHR/CPS? Be careful there. If you are in foster care, now there's going to be some nuance here between a safety plan and foster care. If you are in foster care, there are some opportunities once people sort of quote age out of foster care. There's scholarship opportunities. There's programs you can be involved in that are going to help you pursue your higher education, which you mentioned in your question. Oh, my dog is freaking out. Okay, so be careful about getting uninvolved, first of all. And let me pause this a second. Okay, I'm back. Thank you for your patience. That was a brief audio appearance, I think maybe by Boo Radley, our miniature schnauzer wowzer here at the house. So thank you for that. Where we were at was discussing whether it's even going to be in this 17-year-old's interest to get out of the system at this point. You have every opportunity to go to college through while DHR is still involved. There are programs available for that, like I already discussed. That said, if you're just bound and determined to get out of the system, to do your own thing, you will need to contact the guardian ad litem, the court, your social worker. You're not going to be able to do this alone. Technically speaking, if you are working like you say you are, you may have the right, I think you got the right to hire your own attorney if you see fit to come in and advocate for your position, as opposed to the guardian ad litem who is going to advocate for your best interest or whatever he or she thinks that is. So if you are working two jobs, one requiring third shift on the weekend, all while you're about to graduate high school, good for you for holding it together under super difficult circumstances that you shouldn't have to be dealing with, but nonetheless, you're doing great. But yeah, talk to somebody. Talk to your own attorney. Talk to the attorneys that are already involved. Don't struggle through this alone. Don't just struggle with this online. Don't just bring this to the attention of Avvo and child custody lawyers like me, perusing questions and answers on Avvo. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you get the help you need. And honestly, man, you are ahead of the game. So I wish you the best of luck through this process. Keep working hard, keep studying hard, and you'll be fine. In the meantime, for the rest of you, if this was helpful, if this was interesting, please like, comment, or subscribe down below, and stay in touch for more information from the world of child custody, for more from Foxtrot Family Law. Thanks again.